They fought together as brothers in arms. They died together, and now they sleep side by side. To them, we have a solemn obligation, set by Chester Nimitz. The Great War began in 1914 and lasted till 1918. India made a huge contribution to Britain's war effort. It sent staggering numbers of volunteers to fight and die on behalf of the Allied forces. Almost 1.5 million warriors from diverse regions volunteered in the Indian Expeditionary Force. If those soldiers are remembered, they are not gone truly. They simply changed duty assignments and are amongst our best. And I, Saugantika, along with my friend Trisha, are here to throw light on 6 extraordinary stories of World War I to remember and revive them.
Aval Noor. Aval Noor belonged to the most famous Indian Army regiment of 1914 to 1918. He served in Belgium, France, and East Africa from 1914 to 1917. But his most extraordinary exploit was on His Majesty's Secret Service. Noor was one of 16 Indian soldiers specially chosen to join British forces on a secret Indian Army mission into Soviet Central Asia in early 1918.
Pratap Singh, an aristocratic officer of the Jodhpur Lancers, was 73 years old when he went to war in 1914. He would dine with the powerful and famous in France. His 2 sons joined him in the trenches too and served together in Egypt, Jordan, and Palestine. His best of all battles was the Battle of Megiddo against the Turks. Even when he was 74, he kept battling, and that forced him to retire sick. But he was pleading to represent India at the Paris Peace Conference.
Amar Singh, one of the writers in the Indian Army who wrote something extraordinary. Captain Amar Singh penned what is possibly world's longest diary, spanning 89 volumes from 1890s to 1940s. Singh's incredible diary covers his experience of war from India to the Western Front and Britain.
Kasturba Gandhi. Kasturba Gandhi and Mahatma Gandhi was in England when World War I broke out. Together, they volunteered as auxiliary hospital workers among the Allied troops in Western Europe. In 1914 to 1915, she worked in Indian Army hospitals on England's southern coast.
Arsala Khan. Arsala Khan was one among the primary to go into war. He led the troops of the 1st Indian Enterprise to enter the British trenches on the Western Front in Belgium on the night of 22nd October 1914. He went directly to serve until 1918 in France, Egypt, German East Africa, and India. Then, inside the summer season of 1919, he represented his regiment in London at the Professional Indian Victory Parade.
Mir Das. Mir Das was from a Muslim tribe of Tira, now Pakistan. He joined the British Indian Army in 1894 and served in the northwest frontier prior to the World War I. He was the 4th Indian to be awarded in the Royal Pavilion, Brighton, from King George V.
This was the batch of soldiers who were awarded by the British High Commission in New Delhi. Only the Dead Have Seen the End of the War by John Santana in 1920. 100 years to the day since the guns fell silent, marking the end of World War I. The world has commemorating the event. Around 1.3 million Indians were part of it, and as many as 74,187 soldiers died during the 5-year-long war. The then British government in India persuaded the local kings to provide their army to fight the war. The Indian soldiers were called the Imperial Service Troop They fought the war for Britishers in unfamiliar lands, in extreme weather conditions they were neither used to nor prepared for. The Hindu farmer class who joined the army had to break their tradition as they crossed the black waters for the first time. Soldiers struggled, suffered, and survived this great war. Many of these brave souls are the reason for us being happy and safe today, and we salute them with great respect till date and forever. Thank you.
Either I will come back after hoisting the tricolor, or I will come back wrapped in it. But I'll be back for sure. These are the words said by Captain Vikram Batra. I'm Muhammad Akil, a student of Class 12A. The Indian Army consists of soldiers and para-commanders who are the protectors of our country. The soldiers spend their whole night without resting. They do their duty 24/7 and all 365 days. The soldiers of the Indian Army are the epitome of intelligence, bravery, and patience. There are many benefits of joining the army, and one of them is an unmatched reputation. Our army ranks the fourth in the world in all military aspects. Indian Army sacrifices their lives to save our nation, which is the biggest reason to respect them in every manner. The Indian Army was founded in 1st April 1895, 125 years ago. It is a land-based branch and the largest component of the Indian Armed Forces. The President of India is the Supreme Commander of the Indian Army. Professional head is the Chief of the Army Staff. The Indian Army originated from the armies of the East India Company, who eventually became the British Indian Army. The armies of the princely state, who were merged into the National Army after independence. The key mission of the Indian Army is to ensure national security and national unity, to defend the nation from external aggression and internal threats, to maintain peace and security within its borders.
I am Sagarika V of Class 12A, here to share the information about Indian Navy. Indian Navy. The Indian Navy is the naval branch of Indian Armed Forces. It was founded in 1612. The President of India is the Supreme Commander of the Indian Navy. The Chief of Naval Staff, a 4-star admiral, commands the Navy. Mission. The primary objective of the Navy is to safeguard the nation's maritime borders and in conjunction with other armed forces of the Union. Also, act to deter or defect any threats or aggression against the territory, people or maritime interests of India. Training for Navy. The Indian Navy has its operational and training bases in Gujarat, Karnataka, Goa, Maharashtra, Lakshadweep, Kerala, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Officers training is conducted at Indian Naval Academy (INA) at Elimala on the coast of Kerala, largest naval academy in Asia. Specialized training in gunnery, aviation, leadership, logistics, medicine, physical training, educational training, engineering, hydrography, etc. is conducted at several naval bases. I am Selvapreeta of Class 12A, here to share information on military education and training. It is a process which intends to establish and improve the capabilities of military personnel in their respective roles. It begins with recruit training, role-specific training, and further training. Recruit training. It makes use of various conditioning techniques to re-socialize trainees into the military system to ensure that they will obey all orders without hesitation and teach basic military skills. Role-specific training. After their recruit training, personnel may undergo further training specific to their military role, including the use of any specialist equipment. Then they are normally deemed fit for military service. Further training. The military personnel may also continue to receive training during their career.
I'm Afrin Fatima of Class 12A. I will be talking about NDA, that is National Defense Academy. It is a joint service academy of the Indian Armed Forces. Cadets of the three services, that is, the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force, train together before they go on to respective services for further pre-commission training. The NDA is located in Khadakwasla, Pune, Maharashtra. It is the first tri-service academy in the world. Let us look at the academic qualifications. Cadets joining the NDA after plus 2 examination are trained for 3 years. They graduate in BA, BSc or BSc Computer Science degree from Jawaharlal Nehru University. Apart from academic training, they are also trained in outdoor skills like drill, PT, equestrianism and games. The ultimate goals of the institution are to attain the requisite educational standard, to acquire mental and physical qualities essential for continued development as officers of the fighting services, to obtain basic services and develop their character, self-confidence and above all, qualities of leadership. Develop ability to appreciate the inter-service aspect of the armed forces and to inculcate the spirit of honor code as well as ethical and moral values. Drill is a vital role of army training. It is key to discipline. The aim of drill is to inculcate in the cadets a sense of pride in their uniform, smartness in movement, and implicit obedience to others. The ultimate reflection of the standards achieved in drill during a term is reflected in passing out parade witnessed by parents, guests, and the entire academy.
Hello everyone, I am Srivanti of class 12 and I will be talking to you all about the eligibility criteria for NDA. Students must clear NDA exam held by the UPSC. Those who qualify are called for Service Selection Board interview, after which they are selected for training under NDA. Those who have passed the 10 plus 2 level exam with a minimum aggregate of 70% in physics, chemistry and mathematics are eligible for the 10 plus 2 technical entry scheme course. Last but not least, I'd like to quote Winston Churchill. We sleep soundly in our beds because rough men stand ready in the night to visit violence on those who would do us harm. Honor, respect and be proud of our soldiers. Good day.